Mr. Babu, thank you very much for talking to Autocar Professional.
It's my pleasure.
Just want to start with by getting an update from you on Switch Mobility's the latest pipeline and the pipeline that you have as order book right now, and what are the plans in terms of updating the buses that you have, the e-buses that you have right now, and do we expect any more updates or any new products there?
Yeah, of course. I'm happy that the industry on buses is going good. We have about 1,500 to 1,800 order already confirmed order in our hand, and we are participating in more tenders. As you know that we have about 6,000 buses tender right now open in the market. So we'll be serving these 1,500 to 1,800 bus delivery in next 12 to 18 months. And we have recently ramped up the capacity to about 2,500 to 3,000 buses an annum. We are getting in a new low floor platform, indigenously developed all electric new platform bus for city application. That bus is coming out as we speak into production.
Okay.
We are just getting the certification done, and it's anytime expected in few days.
Okay.
And these buses are new generation buses with low floor, with more convenience taken into consideration. And they will deliver 950 buses to Delhi, about 300 plus to Karnataka, and we are working in many more tenders. So these buses will be produced. We also have 100 order from UPSRTC for a regular bus. We are building a new generation bus with more than 350, close to 350 kilowatt hour battery, which is a long distance bus. So easily you can drive about 300 plus kilometers in those buses. And that is going to production as well. So these two models are coming out as we speak in next couple of months.
Okay.
So that's where it is. And globally, E1, which is a product developed for Europe,
right.
Homologation is going on, and we will be delivering the first 2 buses to Benidorm city in Spain.
Okay.
Then from November onwards, we will be participating in tenders in Europe as well,
Okay.
where we have a state-of-the-art European product homologated ready, and that's where we will be entering into the European market.
Right.
And if you look at exports, already we have supplied about 4 buses of us, our electric buses are running in Mauritius.
Mm-hmm.
We have sent it to Sri Lanka, Nepal and other countries. We are getting good inquiries from GCC as well as Africa. So UK, Europe, India, ASEAN, Middle East and Africa. So we'll be basically spreading our export markets in next couple of years to countries, both developed as well as developing countries outside.
So the capacity that you've built, it's sufficient for you to cater to both the domestic and export demands in the foreseeable future?
We can do that because we have a manufacturing facility in Sherborne in UK. We have a manufacturing facility already within the group in RAK, which is in the Middle East. And we have many assembly facilities in Sri Lanka and others from the parent company. So quickly we'll be able to do such assemblies based on the needs coming out from there as well.
Right. And just to press you, Mr. Babu, on this, the payment security mechanism, a lot of states are also buying the buses outright. So according to you, what is the better, what's the status right now in terms of the PSM and this outright purchases from sales?
See, for any given OEM, outright sale of a bus and then maintaining it for AMC is the best option because you don't really hold the capex in your books and keep running it for a long time. So we would prefer outright purchase. But looking at some of the conditions of ASTUs and they want to do a GCC, we are open for GCC as well. But in GCC, in 12 years, we have to invest in capex now and then we'll have to collect it in next 12 years.
Mm.
And most of the banks who are funding such projects are asking for a payment security mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important that the payment security mechanism is in place because any bank which is funding, because we will have our equity, any such big projects needs a funding from bank as well. So banking sector have been asking this and based on the earlier tenders. And I think now the government also has announced a PM e-Bus Seva, which is kind of payment security mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I heard Cabinet has also approved the new mechanism in place. So it will be more comfortable for financing such projects from banks.
Yes.
So that is the link of the payment security mechanism.
So as Switch, you're comfortable going ahead with this option as well?
Yeah, we will be working in various options as well. We don't have any problem. Only thing is we'll have to make sure that the payment comes from the state transport undertakings regularly, because many of our industry colleagues have some of the challenges in collecting the payment from STUs due to various reasons of their own financial conditions, dependent on viability funding by them from the government and so on and so forth. So we are happy as industry to support the national interest of public transport in a sustainable way through electric mobility, but there are concerns on financial security needed for such projects, which government has been supporting us so far, and we hope they will continue to support us.
Right. And on the financial topic itself, in the SCV segment, where also you've forayed recently. So what's the update there? And also one category where financing has been a bit of a challenge. So where do you see it going in the future?
So we have recently launched both Switch IEV 3 and 4, hardly couple of months in the market, I would say. Already we have about 300 plus vehicles delivered to our customers, 500 vehicles built already. Dealers have a lot of inquiries. We have about 1,000 plus inquiries already in hand, and we are working very, very closely with our partners who are deploying these vehicles. So one of the challenges is these vehicles are not being very well funded by banks. We have to look at NBFC, we'll have to look at new startups in which the interest rate are slightly higher.
Right.
So we have been working with multiple banks, and some of the banks have agreed to support us. They are slowly realizing it, and we have been working on financing of EV vehicles as an industry and for us. But the barriers are coming lower and lower. Every day, each day, a new financier is able to understand the problem, because with our telematics, we are actually giving data to financiers for them to understand the metrics. I think that is giving more confidence to the financiers, and going forward, I don't think it will be an issue. But we'll have to work with the financiers and the customers continuously to make that happen.
Right. Just lastly, are you also looking at expanding your channel, your dealer network, your retail outlets? Yes, you entered those categories.
Yeah. So we have already trained and appointed about 35 dealers across country for Switch. We are heading towards about 50 by another quarter. And our ultimate aim is by next year, we will have about 100 touch points across the country with trained electric manpower, charging facility, plus spares and readily available, because we are highly committed to turnaround of servicing a dealership to our customers in a very high rate of per day returns.
Right.
So we are fully prepared, and we'll continue to expand.
Sure. So Babu, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.